Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Elias Sarantopoulos. Today I'm going to teach you how to use Vectornator's different modes in order to create multi-selections, duplicates, rotations, and scaling paths. Using tools as such, we'll design a vector lotus flower, a symbol across cultures, as well as a design element for ceramic and pattern artwork. All that in your iPad with Vectornator. Inside Vectornator and with a new document open, I have already created a couple of layers. So the first one is the BG layer for the background color. And the second one says layer 1 here, which actually I'm going to tap on it and rename this to inner petals, like so. Now, before I start drawing my petals here, I would like to mention a couple of things. First, under the Settings Inspector and under the Snapping tab, I'm going to have my Smart Guides on. And under the Style, the Edit Inspector and the Style tab, I'm going to make sure that I don't have a fill, just a stroke, and the stroke width of 1 point works for me very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and use one of the shape tools. In this case, I'm going to use the oval shape. I'm just going to tap and drag one, like so. Okay, now looking at this rounded oval shape, what I'm going to do is with the node tool, I'm going to target the top anchor point. Right now we have here a smooth point. So I want to turn this into a corner point. And the way you're going to do this inside of Vectornator is just double tap on that. There we go. Now we have a corner point. And I will do the same thing on the bottom node here, the bottom anchor point. So double tap on that as well. And there we go. Okay, so I want to make a series of duplicates here. So I'm going to tap on the duplicate mode. There we go. Marquee select this petal here and then create your first duplicate like so. Okay, still with the duplicate mode on, marquee select those two, and rotate them, and then tap one figure of the canvas to constrain the movement. Now we have a new set that I rotated 90 degrees. Okay. So still with the duplicate mode on, marquee select those. Let's create another duplicate. There we go. And then marquee select those and rotate it one more time. There we go. Just make sure you do exit the duplicate mode. And these are the petals, the inner petals that I wanted to create. So because I need to target certain areas from these certain sections from these petals, I need to separate them. So first, marquee select everything. And under the Path tab here, I'm going to use one of the Boolean operations. And this one will be the divide operation here. There we go. And because I want to target specific areas from these petals, I'm going to separate those paths. So I'm going to tap on the separate function here, like so. Okay, so basically now we have all separate paths. Okay, all right, so with the multi-selection mode on, I'm going to target the paths that I want to color, which are these ones. And under the style here, just going to make sure that I have the color of my choice. And there you go. Okay. Okay, I like what I see. A couple of things before I close this part here. I'm just going to marquee select everything. And under the Arrange tab, I'm going to group those. And I'm going to make sure that I unlock those two. So marquee select everything. And under the Arrange tab here, I'm going to align those horizontally and vertically. So tap on the horizontal alignment and on the vertical alignment, like so. Okay, and there you go. For this second step, I'm going to create a couple of circles. So again, tap on this plus icon here. Tap and hold and bring this under the inner petals. And instead of layer 1, I'm going to rename these to outer circle, like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a circle. There we go. Let's make sure that this sits right in the center. And I'm going to change its fill color to something darker. And for the stroke, also a light stroke color. But also I'm going to bring up the stroke width. So tap on the numeric pad here. So change the number to 10 if you wish. There we go. And I'm going to size this up just a tad. So I'm going to tap on the scale mode and scale this up like so. Okay. So I'm going to actually lock this one, and I'm going to target the inner petals again. The reason that I'm doing this is because actually I want to target specific paths from these inner petals and color them. So marquee select those paths, and under the Arrange tab, I'm going to ungroup them. Okay. And again, let me pinch to zoom in here. With the multi-selection mode on, just going to target these. Let me change its color to white in this case. There we go. I think I have one more. Like so. Okay. So I like what I see. Again, marquee select everything and just group them. Okay. I'm going to lock this layer too. All right. Now I'm going to create one more layer. That will be the second circle. So tap on the plus icon, tap and hold, and bring this between the inner petals and the outer circle. So I'm going to rename this, instead of layer 1, to inner circle, like so. Okay. So again, let's create another circle here. Okay. I'm going to first make sure that sits in the center. I'm going to size this up with the scale tool, like so. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and change its color. So for that, instead of a solid fill, I'm going to use a gradient. I'm going to use a radial gradient. Okay, so for the first stop, I'm going to move this top, let's say around the center here. Change its color. Let's say this color. And then I'm going to add one more stop. So tap on that. That will be a white color. And for this one, the very first right, I'm going to bring its transparency all the way to 0. And of course, no need for a stroke, like so. Okay. You can actually sit around here and play as much as you wish, to your liking, of course. Okay. For this last step inside Vectornator, we're going to create the outer petals. So again, I'm going to tap on this plus icon to create a new layer, which I'm going to rename to outer petals, like so. And then I'm going to tap and drag and bring this under the outer circle. Okay. Now, before I start drawing in petals here, under the settings inspector, I'm going to first snap the grid. And let's see about my grid. I'm going to turn the grid on. And then as for grid spacing here, I have everything in millimeters. In case you're going to change that, in case you're going to change the units of measurements, tap here and then just tap on points, for example. And my grid has a space of 10 points. Okay, so I'm going to pinch in to zoom in here. And using the good old pen tool, I'm going to tap and drag, and then tap and drag here to create a curve, like so. Okay, let's go ahead and change the color. No fill, just a stroke. Okay. And then I'm going to marquee select this, tap on the duplicate mode, create a duplicate. Just make sure you tap on the duplicate mode again to exit that. And under the Arrange tab, just make sure you flip this horizontally. So marquee select those with the selection tool. And under the Path tab here, just make sure that you join those paths. Okay. So we got the first set. Going to marquee select, tap on the duplicate mode, and create another duplicate here. All right. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to toggle off the visibility of the outer circle just for a second. I'm going to pinch to zoom in. Bring this in here and here. Okay. Now I need this to actually to be one shape. So I need to continue actually drawing some paths. So with a node tool, marquee select this end node, tap on the pen tool, tap on that, and then just create another path here. I'll do the same thing right here. Tap on the pen tool, tap on that, and just tap to create another path. Now, these look that they are together, but they are not as one shape. So marquee select, and under the path tab again, just make sure that you join those paths like so. Okay. Okay, so let's see. First, I'm going to make sure that it sits right at the center. So for that, let's see, no need for snap to grid or to have my grid on. So I'm just going to make sure that this sits right in the center. And there you go. I think that's correct. And then let's change its color to, well, let's have a gradient, a radial gradient. And for that, I'm going to create one more stop here at the center. I'm going to change its color. And for these side stops, I'm going to have, let's say, color like so. Okay. This is entirely up to you, of course. Let's turn this up maybe perhaps here. And no, that sits down below. There you go. Let's see. So I'm going to select that. Tap on the duplicate mode, rotate this, exit the duplicate mode, and bring this down like so. Okay. I just have to position this like the other one. And you know what? You can also do this pixel by pixel. There we go. Let me look at this one. That looks also the same. Okay. So marquee select those two. Tap on the duplicate mode. Create a new set. Marquee select those four. Again, create another set. Marquee select those and create the last set. Like so. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get the latest tutorial updates.